Merry Christmas. Listen, Merry Christmas. It's November. Hi. I don't know. I guess I just wanted to film a little bit of a video. I wanted to do a little Q&A. Why do I keep always going British? Speaking in a British accent. So basically, I am a writer, aspiring author. This is kind of annoying me that you can see this sliver of my dresser. How do I get that? There we go. Oh, but now you can't see my candle. Oh my god. Why is life so difficult? Basically, I've been writing books ever since I was like a child. Writing has always been, it's always been like a passion of mine. I've always been writing and I've always wanted to be an author. I'll probably put a picture up. I think there's like a photo of me when I was like in the 6th grade and they were like, what career do you want to have? You have to write it in like a little whiteboard and then they take a photo. And I wrote that I wanted to be an author because it's like lifelong dream here. Okay, I don't know, I guess I just wanted to answer some questions about it. I've written so many different books and never published any of them, which is probably for the best. Probably for the best because I am 18 and a lot of the books that I wrote when I was a teenager weren't very good. Not even that the stories were bad, just like the writing, and it was just a little bit cringe, you know? When you're a teenager, everything you do is gonna be a bit cringe. So maybe you're a writer as well and you just want to like know more about what my process is as someone who has not published a book. But to be fair, I have written a book recently that I actually am really trying to get published. Sometimes people say I start writing a book and then I get disinterested. My problem is that I write an entire book and I edit the entire book and then I get disinterested. I think because writing a book is so fun for me. I just love the creative aspect of it, but when it comes to actually editing, like I hate editing. I just think it's so boring. Like you're just rereading a bunch of your entire book and just editing every single word. It's a very dull process and writing is just so much more fun. So I feel like every time I'm editing a book, I'm like, I would actually rather be writing a new book. So then I do that and then I realize that I have to edit this new book also because if I want to get it published, it has to be edited. And I can't just hire an editor, like I have to actually edit it myself. Mostly because I don't have the money. This book, I've really been committing to it. So I think that's a good sign. But anyway, let's just get into the questions. When did you first start writing seriously? So yeah, like I said, I've always been writing when I was 12. I used to write a lot about Wattpad. I feel like most writers wrote Wattpad at some point. Like we all wrote fan fiction at some point. You know what I mean? It wasn't weird fan fiction, it was just fan fiction, okay? Don't touch. And some of it was actually quite good, so you don't know my story. But like seriously, I think when I was 15 was when I was like, you know what, if I actually want to be an author, I can't just be writing Wattpad because that's not gonna get well, to be fair, sometimes it does get published. You can't just be writing Wattpad as a full-time job. Resisting the urge to go into a British accent right now. I was like, let me actually try to like write an original story. So then I think I actually, started to write real books and it took a couple tries and then eventually I did finish an entire book. 160,000 words was that book that I finished. It took me 3 months, which is, I mean, if you don't know much about writing, 165,000 words, that's a lot. That's like probably 800 pages, maybe more. But funnily enough, that is actually one of my favorite books I've ever written. Every time I go back to it, I'm like, this is so good. So it wasn't a very marketable book, like it's very long. Publishers don't like to publish books that are that long unless it's like, you're a reputable author, you know what I mean? It's not really the genre that I would normally write in, so you see what I mean. But maybe I'll publish it someday. And then I think just from there, like once I figured that out, I was like, let me write something else. And then that failed, and then I wrote something else, and then that failed, and then I just kept writing, and I kept writing, and I kept writing, and kept writing. 10 books later, now here we are. Still haven't published anything, but I'm only 18, so it's okay. It's okay. I still have time. I still have time. Do you plan your stories or just figure them out as you go? I think I do a bit of both. You know what I mean? Like, you have to plan out the general gist of the story, and then you can kind of make it up as you go. I feel like some people are like, oh, I get writer's block. Like, I don't know what to write. Sucks to be you. I never had that problem. Just kidding. I have had writer's block in the past, but like, I feel like once I'm in the flow, like, I just keep getting ideas, and I feel like I never hit like a wall unless I just hate the book and then I start writing it. It just like all comes together by itself. But it is also in my head, so. But yeah, some people are like, I plan out every chapter. I don't do that. It's too much work. But I feel like I know in my brain, like I know what's gonna be in the next chapter, and then I know what's gonna be in the next chapter. Sometimes you do hit. Alright, I give up on that sentence. What's your favorite part of the writing process? Just writing. I mean, dialogue or like descriptions. I feel like I like dialogue the best because that kind of comes more naturally to me. I feel like with descriptions, I'm kind of like, it takes a bit more effort for me to like be able to do that. But with dialogue, it just comes out like naturally, I guess. How do you handle distractions when you're trying to write? I don't. I'm terrible at this. I will literally be writing a book with YouTube on in the background. What am I doing? Also, like, I hate silence. This is my problem. I hate silence. I can't write in silence. I need something going on. I need music, or I need a YouTube video, or I need some sort of movie. I need something playing. The thing is, like, I really do enjoy listening to music while writing. I feel like it's not very distracting. Like, music kind of helps you like get into the mood, and like if you're writing like a sad scene, I'll be like listening to sad songs because it like gives me the headspace. You know what I mean? It sets the mood. It gets you into the headspace of a sad person. I don't need music for that. That was sad. But I can't be listening to music 24/7 because you get sick of music after a while. And also your ears will probably hurt because I'm listening to music way too loud. Yeah, then eventually I'll just put on like a YouTube video, and then I'll be like way too invested in the YouTube video, and then I'm not writing anymore. I'm just watching YouTube. So most writers like sit down and they're like, I'm gonna write from like 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. I don't do that. I'm kind of just like, whenever I have free time, I'm just gonna be writing, unless I'm doing some other stuff, like unless I'm like taking a shower or eating or walking my dog. But in between those like breaks, I will be writing. I just might also be watching YouTube at the same time. I work like 6 days a week, so it's like you don't really have the time to be like picky. But I'm just like, whenever I can, I'm just gonna be writing, you know what I mean? But then I do get distracted. The problem, I feel like I get more distracted when I'm editing, because I'm currently editing a book and I get so distracted. When I'm actually writing, I feel like I can be pretty good. I'm pretty focused because I'm invested in writing the book. But when you're editing, it's like it's already been written. You're kind of just, I mean, to be fair, it's fun to like reread your book, because if your book is good, you will know it when you are rereading it. But like when you're rereading it for like the 60th time, like it does get to a point where I'm not interested in anymore. How do you stop over editing? I don't. I have a process with my editing that I've figured out, and I don't know if it's the best process, but I think it works for me. It's a bit lazy. I used to just like reread and re-edit my book like 1,000 times, just like go through the entire manuscript like 10 times, and that is a lot of work, because you're like, imagine reading one book and then reading it again, but you're also editing it. Like every sentence you're reading and editing, and imagine doing that like 10 times. Like, you don't understand. So what I've kind of been doing with this book that I've been editing is basically went through it, edited it, read it, tried to make it as good as I could. Then I went back, did that again, went through the whole manuscript, edited it, reread it all. But that time I decided to, whenever I wasn't sure about something, I would make it into a heading. But on like Google Docs, I don't know if you can do it, you probably do it on Word too. but you can make stuff into a heading, and then it'll like come up on the side of your pages. Like you can just click it and then it takes you right to that spot in the book. And that's what I started doing, because it just meant that once I finished the whole edit, I would go back and I would go to the spots that I was unsure about. Like sometimes you'll edit something and you'll not really feel that good about it, but anything that I wasn't 100% sure about, just make it into a heading. And then I go back, once I finish editing it, the whole thing, go back to each heading, and there were a lot of headings, let me tell you. It took me a while to get through that. Might as well just reread the whole manuscript. It took me ages, but just went through everything that I was unsure about and then edited that, and then still wasn't sure about some things, so still have a bunch of headings. Well, let me see how many headings I have right now. I have like 24 different paragraphs or sentences that I have got like like what do you say, like I made it into a heading, like so I can see it and easily go to it. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. So I have 24 of those to look through, and that's not including all of the ones that I did before. But yeah, how do you know when to stop? I don't think you ever do. I feel like you could just edit your book for 1,000 years and never be finished with it. It just never seems good enough. Sometimes you just gotta realize that you will get your own editor. Hopefully, I mean, if you're self-publishing, it's different. If you are looking to get a publishing deal, you most likely will get an editor who's gonna edit it for you. So you maybe don't have to be as crazy as I am. I just want it to be perfect, so when I am giving it to a literary agent, they're gonna love the whole thing, not just like the first few pages. It's hard because I don't know what other people do. I don't have any like friends to talk to about this. Like no one I know has been through this with writing a book. I don't know if I'm editing it too much, not editing enough. I've watched 1,000 YouTube videos. I still have no clue what I'm doing, but that's just life, innit? That's just life, innit? Do you write every day or only when inspiration hits? I write every single day. Every single day. Every single day. Writing every day is obviously productive, but also I just enjoy writing that much, so I'm happy to do it every day. I want to publish a book sooner than later, you know what I mean? Like I want to do it as fast as possible. I'm not in like a rush, but well, it takes time. I know that, but I would rather speed it up a little bit because I'm poor. Not only that, but like I just want it to be my full-time job already, and it hurts me that I can't just like, it's not a normal job and you can just like go in for an interview and just like get the job. Like you have to go through years and years and years of waiting. So obviously I would rather write every day and be more productive and have it happen sooner than later, you know? But also I do genuinely enjoy it. Even when I wasn't writing to become an author, like when I would just be writing Wattpad, I would write every single day for hours. It did not matter that I was not gonna be paid for that. I wasn't even putting it on Wattpad. It was just like I wasn't even making it public or anything. I was just doing it for myself, and I would do it every single day. So that's just what I do, you know? Alright, let's just do a few quick ones. How do you handle self-doubt or perfectionism? I'm quite bad at both of that. I don't know, I feel like you always have self-doubt. I feel like I am quite good at like making up stories, but sometimes I do doubt myself when it comes to like the actual writing. Like, some writers like to have like the flowery poetical poetry, like, you know what I mean, like that type of writing. That's personally not what I'm interested in writing or reading. Like I don't really care, just like give me the story. Like it's nice to have a few like lines that are like pretty, but like just give me the story. Like why are you like, I don't care. I've never been one for poetry, so my writing isn't like crazy, like like I don't know how to even give an example. Do you ever reread old drafts and cringe or love them? Both. I'm not kidding, like I don't mean to hype myself up, but sometimes I'll go through and reread an old book that I wrote when I was like 16, and I'll be like, why am I so amazing and talented? Sorry. Sometimes I'll just be rereading one of my old books and like laugh out loud. Like, why am I so funny? Like, why am I so funny? But then at other points I'll be like, ew, why did I write that? Why did I ever think that that was okay to write on a page? So it's a bit of a mix, but like genuinely there are so many books that I've written And I do want to actually publish a lot of them one day because I think a lot of them are good. It's just not anything that I'm interested in at the current moment. All right, last question. Do you want to self-publish or traditionally publish? I personally, okay, if you don't know the difference, self-publishing is when you like publish your own book. You don't have any big fancy companies doing it for you. You just do it yourself. Put it on like Amazon, maybe. You can do like Barnes and Nobles, I think, if you're American. I'm not. So can't do that. Yeah, you can just put it on like Amazon. The biggest problem with self-publishing, which is my problem, is first of all you have to pay for all the costs. I don't have a lot of money, so I'm not really interested in paying like $6,000 for an editor, especially when you don't know that you're gonna make that money back. And then there's also like book covers and stuff like that, and you also have to do all of the marketing yourself. I feel like self-publishing is great if you already have a big platform, but I obviously don't, so it wouldn't really be ideal because I don't really know how I would market it. I'm not really someone who is interested in marketing. But with traditional publishing, it's very difficult, but if you do get the opportunity to have a book deal, it's a lot easier because you don't have to pay for any of the costs. You get the money up front. They market it for you most of the time. Sometimes they'll make you do some marketing yourself. It's just better, but it's obviously a lot harder. Like you have to go through the whole querying process of like sending your book out to agents and then trying to get someone to be interested, which is very difficult. Literary agents only like accept like 1 to 2 authors per year, and they get like thousands of submissions, so it's really difficult. If you can do it, if you can manage it, then it's definitely a better deal than self-publishing, I guess, unless like you are really successful with self-publishing, you make a lot of money. That will mostly be your money to keep, unlike with traditional publishing. Personally, I would rather do traditional publishing because obviously the money aspect, the marketing aspect, all that's just a bit too much for me, a bit out of my league or whatever. I have actually queried literary agents in the past. Bunch of rejections, let me tell you. Got a bunch of rejections, but looking back on it, they were definitely right because I was not ready to publish a book at that stage. But like right now, I feel like I am ready to publish a book. Like it has been long enough. It's been long enough. Yeah, hopefully this time will be different. Last time I got pretty serious about publishing a book and I went onto Reddit. Reddit has like some writing communities, so I've been on them a bit. One of them is a publishing community. I went on there and I was like, hey, this is my creator. What do you guys think? And people were like, not good. Like their complaints were like actually about the story that I was writing. So then I just gave up on that book because I was like, if the problem is in the actual book, then I mean, I don't know how I'm gonna even fix that. Because it was the entire concept. Like it wasn't just one part of the story. Like obviously they're just Redditors, like they don't know everything, but I kind of agree with some of the things they're saying, I guess, even though I don't agree. I just scared my dog. Okay. Anyway, that is gonna do it for this video. Maybe I'll make more videos about this specific topic, about writing and stuff. I feel like it's pretty interesting. You know, some people, for some reason the video cut off there. I'm just editing this video, but I think I was just gonna say like probably a lot of people don't know about this topic. I definitely knew nothing about publishing until I started looking into it, so hopefully you learned something, or maybe you already knew everything, but that's fine. Either way, it's good to talk about it because publishing a book can sometimes feel a bit lonely when you don't have any publishing friends, when you don't have any, you know, author writer friends. So I just think it's good to talk about it. But yeah, we're all in this together. Or maybe you're not a writer, but you could be. You could be something. Wow, just admiring my room. Sorry. But yeah, that's gonna end off this video. Maybe I'll update you guys in another video when I start querying agents, which I don't know when that's gonna be because that is scary. And that's gonna take a lot of work to get to that point. And I am being lazy as hell, I'm not gonna lie. It's tough out there. All right, I'll see you guys in another video. Bye.